This is a check of the butt grease. Okay. It just feels so funny because you're right there. But yes, and you're gonna write that down in the diary. Hmm. 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 All right. So I'm trying to do these promotions for my upcoming shows, but I feel nervous because not only one is my girlfriend butt naked in the bed right there, but two, just because this is my first time doing it, and three, because you normally don't do podcast advertisements with an audience or pressure, but this coming what's the date? Let me check the date. Let me check. No, that's when the house party show. When's the house party show?
17th.
August 17th, house party show. DM me for the address. It's in the Fed Hill area, or DM Dre Bummy. Shout out Sam for hosting. Robbie Rhodes will also be performing as well. So yeah, that is free. DM me for that. And then September 3rd, Dynamic Duos at Dusk, featuring me and Piff, Lopside, Tone and Soap, Nice and Pharaoh, and Slitty the Wrists, and Jesse the Leaf. The ticket link will be below. So yeah, let's get into it. Boom Boom Show, episode 1.
Check.
Check motherfucking check.
Check.
Welcome to the Boom Boom Show with Sam Comfort. I'm Sam Comfort.
So go!
Episode 1. I am joined by my good friend, Mr. Social Norm of the Hate Street Dialogue. What's
Interview's
good, bro?
over right now.
Yo, this ain't even an interview, man. I don't want to do it. This is me chilling with my friends.
Nah, I hear you, man.
You know,
I hear you.
because, fuck it. That's what it is.
Hell yeah.
So, I'm going to ask you one more time, Norm. Are you ready to get this motherfucking shit going?
Let's go, man. And can I say something to you before we start, man? I just want to say, man, shout out to you, Soko Sam Comfort, because from the time that I've known you, which has been a good and great while, you have been able to initiate and accomplish everything that you said that you were going to do since the time that I've known you, since the radio days at Church 808. From then from that moment you said that you were going to DJ, and you did. From that moment, from the DJ, you said that you were going to rap, and you did. From that moment you said, yo, I'm going to start a podcast, and you did.
Yeah, keep it going. Let them know.
You said that you were going to travel, and you did. You said that you were going to set up a tour, and you did. And a lot of people like to manifest certain things, certain possibilities in their favor that would happen in the future, but a lot of them don't get to, or a lot of them just don't do it. So I just want to say shout out to you, congratulations to you. This is the first episode of the Boom Boom fucking show.
You heard me.
And
Boom Boom.
I'm glad to say that I was there from the very, very beginning. So man, let's give a hand for anyone that's watching, man. Just give a good hand for Soko, man. It's definitely a big deal, and especially if you've known this man for as long as I have, it's a huge deal, because most people don't do what they say that they're going to do, and this man from like 4 years ago said that he was going to do the certain things that he was going to do, and he did. And that's
don't gas me up too much, bro.
Nah, I just want to say, man, before we even get started, man, that's a huge deal. So man, shout out to you, man. You're a good friend of mine, and I'm so fucking happy for you, man.
Hey, love you, bro.
Let's
fucking get it. Boom Boom Show.
Let's go.
Episode 1 of many. Cheers, bro.
You already know Corona's on.
Spark that Dutch, man.
You want to spark? We got Woods 2 on deck, man. We ain't only smoking Dutches, but yeah, we gonna spark this one. This is gonna be my first time ever like smoking on camera or anything.
Oh yeah, watch out for that feedback. Yeah.
It's the first episode, baby.
Episode 1, Boom Boom Show. Sam Comfort, Social Norm. Let's take it to day 1, man.
But before, as I spark this, can I ask you, what persuaded you to start a podcast, or even just like a show, like a content show like this? What was your persuasion? What made you want to do it? What made you want to get all this equipment and start doing it?
I've just always been a content creator. You know that, and like everyone like wanted us to go on the radio. Like they were like, you guys should go on the radio. You could go on the radio. And as we were coming up and in college and shit, they're like, radio's over. Like, radio's dying, and I'm just like, I have no clue what I want to do. And deadass, bro, I was really tired of not getting booked for interviews. Dudes just leaving me on red, trying to charge me for shit and stuff. And it's just like, you know, even if you 3-4 people are watching your shit, you have an audience and you have, you know, a story. Everybody has a story, you know. And I also wanted to give opportunity to my homies, you know, as well, and also shed some light on what they going on, because it's more so for everybody than it is for me. I feel like the Boom Boom Show is bigger than Sam Comfort. It's just like my platform and my idea, and you know, as people know me, I just say boom boom bang bang all the motherfucking time. And yeah, so yeah, man, just have fun, have a good ass life. But bro,
I think if you ask me, this is the perfect place for you to be your absolute self, and I mean your absolute self, like how I know you to be, and how the people close to you know you to be.
Speaking of which, me being my absolute self, I did also make a Patreon page. So if you want to join that and get some exclusive content where, yes, there will be nudity. Yes, I will show my butt. Support that. You know, I'll get better equipment.
Go follow that and look at Soko's butt, man.
Step by step, just not working that 9 to 5.
So what are you going by at this show? Are you going by Soko or Sam Comfort?
Sam Comfort, but you can call me Soko.
Okay. All right, bet.
Yo, if you knew me as Soko, you can call me Soko. Or like, if you're around people that call me Soko, it's cool for you to call me Soko. But if I don't introduce to you as Soko, like when I introduce myself, I'm Sam. Like for a while, I would introduce myself as Soko.
Yeah.
But bro, enough about the present, dude. Let's take it back.
Yeah, man.
Dude.
Let's take it back.
2013.
Okay.
Rhode Island College. Mr. Social Norm and Mr. Sam Comfort.
Yes, sir.
When we first met each other, what's your first memory of me, man?
Oh man, my first memory, man, similar to a lot of freshman year, first year college students, man. You first kind of get into your ways of getting wild. You know what I mean? You start drinking a little bit and stuff. And me, I was never the biggest drinker until then, and I remember one night, man. Shout out Jake and shout out Big T, man. We're all out partying with the wrestlers, man, like we used to do, man. Shout out the wrestlers. And we all just got a little bit too wild, man. And I know that I met you before, but we happened to be in the same.
That's my first like real memory.
Yeah,
I don't remember where I met you beforehand.
We definitely didn't like officially meet each other, but we had to finesse a way home. Me, Jake, and T, the three of us were all roommates. And you happened to be in the back seat of that car that we were in. Also, some chick gave us a ride or something.
So on the way to the party?
No, on the way back. We were leaving the party.
That's not how I remember it.
Oh, man.
But you continue your story. I'll tell you
how I remember it's the remembering part. This is the memory part. So we're leaving the party. Man's is turned. We all turned. And you were in the back seat, and we're all just wilding out, man. We're all just wilding out, having a good time on the way back. And this is when you had your long hair, like longer than you have now. Like, so if no one knows, Soko used to have like really long surfer dude hair.
And we about to get back to that real soon.
Yeah, he had super long surfer guy hair. And
that was my first time having long hair too.
Yeah. Oh,
ever in my life.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's crazy. So yeah, man, we just hitched a ride back to the dorms, and we were just smacked. We were wilding out. I know for a fact I was fucking wilding the fuck out. T was always, man. Shout out T, because I miss him a lot. He was a basketball player, super huge. He had some health issues. I don't know.
D-Watt, man.
D-Watt, man. D-Watt.
I know he's doing his thing.
He's doing his thing.
He's doing a lot better.
Yeah,
I know that for sure.
I know for a fact he's doing a lot better. But I know he had like a kidney issue
problem
since birth, and that I saw that just like really take an effect on him, and really affect what he loved to do, which was play ball. And he was so talented and super tall.
Yo, shout out Steve Watt.
Shout out D-Watt, man. That's
but
my
can
man.
I tell you
Yes.
what I remember? I remember we were at the Dale. And Riverdale. And it was me, you, Dorman, and another homie. And freaking, you were fucked up.
Smacked.
You were. This is my first like detailed memory
youngin.
of Social Norm.
18 years old. Youngin.
Yeah, and and like you just like had to go. Like we were like we gotta bring Norman back.
Had to go.
And so yeah, like I helped you get to the car, and like they were taking forever to get back. I was like, bro, I gotta leave you in here, and it was a Celica. It was that small ass Celica.
Oh my, it was
and
like
he was in the back.
I was like upside down or some shit.
Slapping on the walls like.
Oh yeah, dude, smack.
I was like,
yeah, dude.
Damn, bro.
Smack, bro.
But then we got back, and homeboy was helping you out the car, and you accidentally smacked his phone and broke it.
That was when we got back. I remember that was when we got back to the dorms. And you know how just like drunk homies be, but man, I love you, man. I love just having a good I love you drunk. That's kind of like the drunk that I am, man. I love you. I appreciate you, man. I see everything that you're doing. One of those drunks, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you went to like dap him up and
and I slapped
his phone down.
iPhone. This was when like the iPhone 4 was popping.
Mm-hmm.
And I cracked his screen, man. And oh, dude, yeah, man. It was oh man, I was scared. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't have much money at that time. So I was definitely scared to deal with those consequences. But the homie, and I know what homie you talking about. You know what I mean? To me, that's always gonna be a good dude. But you know, some people just drop the ball. You know what I mean? Some people just drop the ball more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times until you realize that they just don't give a fuck about their peoples like that. But shout out to that homeboy, man. He was a good friend for not trying to like press charges or nothing, because he totally could have got me by the balls, man.
Yeah. Yo, word up. No, he took that shit well. Yeah, and then after that, like, me and Ras had a radio station in school. The delivery, it was like a play off of a John Stockton, Karl Malone type feel, and then
I actually didn't know about this history. Tell me a little bit more about this.
Rome. Yeah, you know Rome. Yeah, Rome,
Shout out Rome.
was the hip hop director for WXIN, the radio station at our school. And then Ras was like, yo, let's do this. So we got in there, we got a show, the delivery, we did that for a semester, and then our schedules didn't line up for the next semester. So that's when I made Soko in the morning.
Yes.
And then the next semester, the time was in the morning, so it was just the Soko show.
Yes.
And then going next year, I was like, I want to do some new shit. I'm like, I know like there's somebody out there that's also like-minded and just loves music and shit and wants to do dope shit and see what's going on with the scene out here.
Hold that thought.
Yeah, the audio's good. You see those sound waves?
Where am I looking?
Right at the screen, baby.
Okay, yes. All right, bet. All right, we good. Continue.
Yeah. I just had to turn the speaker
down.
It's
the first interview, baby.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure we on point, man.
No,
Social Norman. Hey, Street.
Yeah. No, you were checking me. You were like, yo, you got this, you got that. I was like, hey, that's why
I want to make sure.
I was talking about this podcast for like a year.
I know, and I hit you up, and I told
beforehand.
you, man, whatever I could do, I want to make this podcast as best as possible, even if I have nothing to do with it at all. I want to make sure that this is the best thing ever, because I see so much potential for this.
Yo,
and it's not even funny. But continue your story. Continue, man.
Yeah, and so just going in that summer, I was just like, I wanted to make some dope fire shit, and one of my guests that like I just vibe well, who wasn't even rapping at the time, he went by. Can I say your old stage name?
Absolutely.
King Mecca.
It was Mecca, but on social media pages, just Mecca wasn't like available at the time, so I had to add something. And King was unfortunately the only one available, so I had
with
to
a 3.
With a 3, yeah, and Mecca with a 3. King.
It was a gamer tag. It was
definitely, yeah, that's hilarious. It was definitely a gamer tag, definitely.
Well, then yeah, so like we were homies through Dorman, and so I was like, I just texted him like, yo, you try like I wish I could find that actual like message thread, bro. Like it was like some like motivational ass like corny shit like, let's fucking get this bag, bro. Before like getting the bag was like a popular like saying. and shit. And he was just like, all right. And I remember I was on the train coming back from Jersey, because that's where my girl lived at the time, that summer.
Yeah, yeah.
And you just texted me. You were just like, Church 808, man.
Yes.
And so,
But before, there was 2 times you had me on the show. You had me on the show, like at least a month before you had me on a second time. You had me on a first time.
with Silly? Or that was the second
Yeah,
time?
it was Silly.
Silly
Yes,
was the first time?
the first episode was with Silly. Shout out Silly. He is currently coaching
Yeah, Silas
wrestling right
Murray.
now. I
Beat
think
the
it's
streets.
like middle school wrestling or something.
All kinds, man.
And he's helping the children. He's helping the community out right now. Super talented wrestler and super stylish dude. I remember I didn't know Silly
Yeah,
that
he got
well,
swag.
but I knew him because he had so much swag, and I literally just admired his style from a youngin'. Like at like 18 years old, I was like, wow, this dude. And he's much older than me. He's at least like 3-4 years older than me, and I was like, wow, this man has just so much style. But you had invited me on the show, and with Silly, and you were doing like a double interview, and that was the first time that I really got to just like talk with Silly, and I told him, man, your style is incredible. I just got to know Silly for
Bow ties. Silly be
for
rocking
like a couple
them bow
hours.
ties,
Yeah, man, super just distinguished style. I love clothes, so that's why I'm just going overly off the top with like another man's style. I love clothes. I love fashion.
Pause.
Pause. No, we ain't pausing nothing, man. We ain't pausing nothing. I love
You know
fashion.
you know I'm playing, bro.
I love fashion and I love clothes, no matter who it's on.
You know nothing about fashion.
You know nothing about.
Yo, shout out to all the real fans I know about Boris.
They know what I'm talking about.
So yeah, man, you
But yeah,
came
man,
on a show.
You invited me on the show with Silly. You were doing a double interview. You were interviewing me. I don't know if you were interviewing me. I think you just wanted me just to talk music because you knew that I knew about music. And I had just like.
Surprisingly, there
I
are
just did
not
what I
that many
did.
hip hop heads at Rhode Island College. At least when
me,
we were going.
Raz,
Trib, John,
Trip, just our crew, pretty much our crew.
like Andre and shit.
Yeah,
like,
Andre, shout out, man.
obviously, Robbie was just into everything.
Yeah, Robbie was into everything. Just shout out all those dudes, man. It was pretty much our friends that we were just like the hip hop squad. So yeah, man, you invited me on the show once again. It was me and Silly, and we were just talking. You know what I mean? You were talking music. You were asking Silly about wrestling and all that. Asking Silly about his life. Asking me about what I like to do. Asking me about music. You were talking about music, and I just had a response for everything because I do know everything about
We had
music.
good chemistry, fam.
Yeah, I mean, we had a great chemistry, and I do know a lot about music. I was, especially just growing up, I've always been sort of like a hip-hop librarian, hip-hop historian. You know what I mean? I love this shit so much. And I was just, man, since I was like 11 years old, just like studying, listening to everything from the 80s to the 90s to the early 2000s to now. You know what I mean? Just to all the trap shit, to all the backpack lyrical shit, everything. I think, I don't know, I'm just going to speak from my perspective. You just took a notice on how, on just like how I spoke that day. And so, like a month or whenever, this like sometime later, you invited me over the show again, and this time it was just me and you, and we kind of just did the same thing. Had good chemistry. You talk music shit, I talk music shit, and then
In the caption for like the tweets I had, it was like, I have hip hop enthusiasts.
yeah,
Because
Yep.
this is before you dropped like any music and shit.
this was before I was
just like,
social
nah,
norm
this dude
still.
has a valid perspective on the music industry.
I didn't drop any music yet. I wasn't rapping like that. This is before I was under. This is before anything. So pretty much the episodes or the shows that you had me on was just the beginning of everything. So yeah, the second show that you had me on after we just did that, you had asked me, yo, you want to be a co-host? And I was like, shit.
Oh
man.
yeah, you were my co-host on the
After
Soko show.
yeah.
And then we started Church
Yeah.
808. Yeah.
After the second episode, so I was like, man, you serious? I didn't think you were joking, but I was like, yeah, man, you were looking for
Yeah,
a
I was like-
co-host.
I was like,
oh
we
shit,
vibing.
I didn't know.
I was like, I'm bored.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
You
was
were just like,
dead-ass
yo, we
bored.
vibing. I need to fuck it, dude. This shit would be better with co-hosts, and we just did the damn thing. And then for the first year, or for the remainder of that semester, we were doing the Soko show, and then the top of next semester we came back. During that summer, you had asked me, yo, man, let's do this da 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 da. We need a name. And you would give me like a theme. I don't
Just how like music is like our religion
yeah.
and
Yes,
shit. And I said like temple something, and then you're like, nah, Church 808 type shit. I was like, ooh.
That was also quick shit too, man. That was just some quick shit. Church. You said religious, man. Church. I felt like temple was too specific, almost.
Yeah, I thought temple just because I'm Jewish.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
I feel you. And I think a temple is just a church to certain in the most simplistic way. So yeah, it was a church, and then something to make it hip hop. Just scanned my brain just for a quick 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and I came up with Church 808. Just like, man, let's do this.
And we had hella dope rappers come through. We had
man.
some shitty rappers come through.
Do you remember who our first guest was?
It was Diaspora, man.
No, it was not.
The first Church 808 guest.
No.
Who you think it was?
I want to say Messi Ty.
Nah, I had Messi come through on the Soko show.
It
Bro,
definitely
go.
wasn't
You can go on the
Diaspora.
Church 808
We can.
Instagram
I know we
right
can
now.
find this out. We can find this out right after the show. But I think it was one of the Melkavine guys. Had to be.
Nah,
We're gonna find this out.
I know it was the
You
homies
sure?
from Brown.
All right, we're gonna make a
Yeah.
bet. We're gonna make a bet.
Do you, what's the bet?
Man, whatever, man. Just bet.
Push-ups? 20 push-ups?
Oh no.
I want to see you do push-ups
Oh,
with
no,
those
we're gonna
braids
bet.
hitting the ground.
We're gonna bet something
The
very
beads
simple.
clacking.
We'll announce it on Instagram, but I'm gonna say it's one of the Melkavine guys. You say it's Diaspora. I say it's one of the Melkavine guys. But shout out the Melkavine guy. But yeah, man, let's talk about Church 808 real quick, man. What was your favorite moment of Church 808 that you remember?
The first Friday, April Fool's
Oh,
Friday freestyle.
that April Fool's freestyle.
That shit
Yeah,
was
man.
like, that was a movie, and
That
shit,
was so
that's
fun.
recorded. That's on YouTube. Go look that up.
That
Just
was
look
super
up.
fun.
Just go on YouTube. Look up Church.
What we
808.
did was we just literally just invited pretty much all of our rapper homies just to come up and just
that we knew could go
freestyle.
spit bars.
Yeah,
so.
just spit, and it was
Like-
kind of just like some basement like Tigger shit. You know what I mean? We just invited everyone up, threw some beats on, and we just did it. And it was the first one was super lit. We tried to do a second year, it didn't.
Yeah, it didn't go through.
It
as well.
didn't go through super dope, but the first, I'm
Yeah,
glad we got that first one.
We got those
It
flicks
doesn't
and
even
shit.
matter.
Like,
That first
I
one
still
was
got
super dope.
I still got the sign somewhere. Oh, it's right there. Yo, go grab that, bro.
Oh, no.
Go grab the sign. Go grab the sign. We'll read the names. Cause and you remember who the last ever guest was, right? It was the Hate Street Dialogue. The Hate Street Dialogue was the last ever guest.
Shit. Yeah,
Yo.
man. Oh, yeah, we have a whole
Slick
bunch
Mix.
I actually forgot that we did this.
Young Scholar, Ponyboy Pearson,
Shout out Pony
Jake
Boy.
White.
Pony Boy is doing huge
And for those of you that-
things right now. This is why we did
Probably
this
not
sign.
the best view.
For anyone that
Yeah.
blew up or just got to do
In-house
huge things.
studios, cited photos, Spark of Summer, Diaspora, Cambrov,
The whole Hay Street gang.
No History, JQ, Devo Knight, Trib. Remember Trib was there at
Yeah,
the
man.
and
Yeah.
he sounded
Shout out
twice.
Devo too. He's out in Vegas doing
DJ
his
Sure
thing.
Live, Scribe, PBD, RIP to them. man.
Everybody,
Well,
so
they're
many.
not them. The
Nah.
group.
P Guapo's doing his thing right now. He has
Well,
so
I know they're
many
like
plays.
the group. They're just individuals.
Yeah, they're
now
kind of
and
just
shit.
solo right now. Devo's out in Vegas going crazy. P Guapo.
Oh hell yeah!
Goes to LA and back, going nuts. Super
Working
plays and
for-
these like youngins.
For a good ass company.
Yeah, dude,
Tell
going
you shit,
nuts.
He's doing his thing. I ain't
Going
gonna blow
nuts.
up his spot, but that dude. Ever since we first met them, those guys is just like,
So many people
Oh,
that came on the
shit.
show.
yo.
like,
And then
so
there's
many
the other
talent.
side
So-
of the
so much
sign,
talent.
man. Raz Vaz, Messy Ty, I Power, Lunch Bag.
For real, man. Church 808 was
Slitty
something
Wrist,
special. I think Church 808
Peter Parker.
was super special for us because that was that definitely got our feet wet in sort of the scene out here. You know what I mean? Before we really got physical with the scene and
Yeah.
really started doing our thing, we got familiar with it first. So we got to watch other people's accomplishments. We got to especially watch their mistakes.
For
We got to
sure.
hear a lot of their music. We got to see what people responded to. So
What we
we
thought
almost
was
got
good,
kind
what
of
we
like
thought
a
was
head
bad.
start in this shit before anyone that came on the show knew what we were going to do in the future. And I see that we have Chris Blair photos on this. I don't even remember having him on the show, but he's blowing the fuck up right now. He's a photographer. Man,
Yeah, that's
taking
crazy. I don't even
photos of
remember.
some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
So
nah,
Church
that,
808 was something special, and I don't think so many people realize it, because we really got a lot of the people that are popping in the whole state on like 4 or 5 years ago, way before like they got a name right now.
Yeah, and I got songs of some of these people in the vault too. I ain't gonna speak too much on that.
Shout out. And we're gonna wrap up the Church 808 part of the show, but Church 808 was something super special.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking me to be your co-host on that show, because that launched everything for me. If I was never on Church 808, I would have never got into hosting. From hosting, I was always gonna rap, but I probably wouldn't have started. I kind of started
Your stage presence.
at a privileged, like, I'm not even gonna like lie, bro. I was lucky to start where I did. You know what I mean? Most people didn't get the opportunity to start where I kind of did.
Dude, we saw every opportunity in front of us,
Yeah.
and like I looked at you, and you were like, uh-huh.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like-
We just kept getting more opportunities from everything that we were doing, and we just accepted them. So, and this was the beginning. You know what I mean? Church 808 really was the beginning.
I'm gonna take a picture of this and put it on.
Yeah, I
on
forgot. I'm
the-
so glad that you still have this.
on the
Like,
Boom Boom Show page. I'm
Yeah.
gonna tag the Church 808 page.
we don't
too,
talk
so you
about
can
it
check
enough,
it
but
out.
that really is the beginning, man. This is the beginning of you.
Yeah,
this
this
is
won't
the
be the,
beginning of
the
me.
last time we talk about this on.
Nah,
here,
no
too.
way, man.
And I'm definitely gonna talk about Church 808 with
Yeah, it was
with
super
some
fun.
like I have some guests booked that were on
Def,
Church 808.
Def, man, Scribe too, man. I remember
yeah.
having Scribe on there too. But once again, man, shout out Church 808. Shout out you. Thank you for providing the entire opportunity to be on Church 808 and to create Church 808. Because without that show, there possibly wouldn't be a social norm, and I'm not gonna speak in your favor, but you know what I mean, there would have been a possibility that you wouldn't have been here also.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
shout out
Church
to
808
show.
started everything. Just know
Shout
that.
out Church 808, man, forever.
If
in
you
the
want
history.
to look in a time capsule, just literally
Yes.
look up Church 808.
Absolutely, man.
There is one old interview on the Church 808 SoundCloud
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah, that was
and
that was the diaspora one.
I do have an old interview saved
Yeah, we
that I
did a
haven't
couple of them. We
uploaded.
saved a couple of them.
I think I was only able to get away with one because I thought I took away a few.
I
but
know the
I grabbed the
diaspora
wrong
one
clips. The diaspora one
It's on
is up,
SoundCloud for sure.
and I think I may Oh no, I'll talk about it to you off camera because I'll check the files there. I don't want to hype it up
It's
too
what's
much.
up. It's whatever, man. I don't mind.
But yeah, man.
yeah.
Then after Church 808, we graduated, and a lot of people I feel that wanted us to just continue doing it. And shit. I felt a lot of
I felt
pressure.
that also.
And you did what was right, and I appreciate you a lot from doing that because
What was that?
I just feel like, let me take a hit of this real quick.
We def gotta get comfortable.
I feel
smoke a little
like-
something.
I'm going to give some criticism to myself when it just comes to working with me. Like, I have like one pace, and if like you're not on my pace, like I'm just like, okay, well like, I'm gonna do what I gotta do and shit. Cause cause like I wasn't able to like get back in like the radio station after I graduated, cause you had that.
I
that
mean,
one more
same.
semester.
That was
and like you weren't living on campus and shit.
and towards the last year that we were doing Church 808, I began to getting involved with the Hay Street guys.
Yeah.
And not necessarily, and I wasn't rapping with them when I met them. But we'll get to that.
Yeah, for sure. Sip time.
You already know, man. Shout out Soko, man. Shout out the Boom Boom
It's
Show.
the fucking Boom Boom Show,
You already
episode
know.
1.
We gotta get comfortable, man.
Yeah, this
We
is
gotta.
what it's gonna be.
This is my man right here, man. It's the first episode of the Boom Boom Show. I'm so excited, man.
Yo, so back to it, man. Let's just fast forward. We don't need to get it too many details, but I remember the first time I saw Hate Street Dialogue, and I hope I still
Talk
have
about
those
it.
photos because I remember I was going to the early jams as a photographer. I would just pull up and take pictures.
That's right.
And I remember I saw Hate Street when it was just Jay, Slev, and Tate, and I was just like, whoa.
Yeah, man. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that.
Holy shit, man. This isn't rap, bro. This is heavy metal. Like,
At that time, it was still very rap oriented.
yeah. Well, like, I'm not gonna say you guys
The
aren't
style,
rap,
the
but
style,
it's just like the genres of like what's happening right now that people don't want to acknowledge because hip hop is such a young genre is that we're at the part where it's like, okay, it's time to classify subgenres because there's subgenres of rock and roll, there's subgenres of metal, subgenres of jazz. So yeah, there's already like people that are in the game and shit know that there's subgenres.
Hear you.
But it's just like people get so mad at the mainstream media, and it's like, oh yeah, no shit.
I think
you're
they
getting
were
mad at the mainstream
I think
media.
before me, and as we talk about Hate Street right now, we're talking about before Norm Hate Street. They were sort of the first to properly present that style without forcing it, without starting to scream, yeah, we're metal and we're doing hip hop.
Especially not worrying about the image, because
Yes.
I feel like a lot of people at that time, and even
Yeah.
still,
It was so natural back then. It was
Even-
super natural at its most.
in terms of like what I was saying, like just people just worrying about how they look more than like how like their performance and like how their shit sounds. Like who, like the person who especially stood out to me when I saw the first time I saw Hate Street. This was like 2016. Like it was Slev, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, this
Yeah.
dude's a fucking. This is a MC, bro.
Yeah, same.
This guy's a fucking
Same.
MC, man.
Same.
And like, and I could just tell like that Jay and Tate like were like heavy metal dudes.
Definitely. And for a fact, I'm gonna just take the story on from here.
Go ahead, brother.
Because at the same time that you had first seen them, you were DJing and I was hosting shows from Church at
Nah,
the Way.
this was before I was.
Oh, yeah, really?
Like, I
Oh,
was
you were still
DJing, but
taking
this was
photos.
before I was DJing,
Word,
like
okay.
for like people and shit.
Yeah. But yeah, just to speak on Tate, Slev, and Sir Sin's behalf, those are currently my colleagues in the Hate Street Dialogue group. Is a 5-man group consisted of me, Cam Bruv, Sir Sin, Tate the Technician, and Slev the Deaf One, and me, Social Norm.
Look them up.
You already
Streaming
know.
everywhere. Hate
Yeah,
Tape
definitely.
out now. Swamp God.
Everything else, search us on all streaming platforms. The Hate Street Dialogue. Yeah. Tate the Technician and Sir Sin stem from playing metal music. Sir Sin is a drummer, and Tate is just like a everything. From a youngin', he's been playing drums, guitar.
And they're both in other bands as
Yeah,
well,
they're both
too.
they've both been playing in bands since they were children, literally since they were children. And from the time that you had first discovered them, they were making hip hop music, and they had just started just rapping, just purely out of the love of hip hop music.
Out of the grindhouse.
Just
fam.
out of the grindhouse, out of the grindhouse. And Slev too. Slev is just a rapper, man. He loves rap. He loves just like rap like lyrical. You know what I mean? Wu-Tang, hardcore, just street style rap. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that reflects in his style as well. And yeah, man, I forgot that you had started out taking photos before you started DJing.
Yeah, I was like, I
completely
need to see
forgot.
what's like going on. Like, I ain't ready to just
Yeah,
freaking
it's dope.
dive
Dope.
right in. Just what's good?
Dope,
Like, let me
man.
peek.
And
peek
then from
around.
there, you went on to DJing, and then around the same time that you had started DJing, I had started just hosting shows, just literally. And shout out Spaka Summer, man. Big shout out to him.
Always, man.
Big shout out to Spaka always. I had started just hosting shows, just coordinating all the performers, just hyping up the crowd, and all that.
Wilding out,
Wilding out, man. It was super fun, man. Super freaking fun.
playing bangers. We would just be chilling.
playing
You'd be like,
bangers,
you'd
just
be
going
like,
crazy.
yo, you made like you got this song, you got this song.
Going
I'm like, oh yeah, I got
crazy.
that one. No, I got this shit. It's just
Going absolutely
like do
insane.
we be doing that? Like this is why we were in college too.
Yes.
Mind you, like so we be doing this at the shows. We be doing this at the house parties at the
Yeah.
wrestling team of frat boys.
That
and
was
shit.
that opportunity that kind of we didn't really expect to receive, I believe.
I did not fucking
I didn't.
dead ass
didn't.
son. I did not like. I did
didn't.
not expect that.
and it just worked out. From there, you began to
There's
DJ.
there's one thing about expectations, and there's one thing
Yeah.
about believing.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It was wild. I really didn't expect it. Yeah, man, we were just a couple of kids just going to college, and then from there we just got our feet wet in the hip hop scene. Soko started DJing, I started hosting the shows, and we started doing that for a while, at least for like 6-8 months.
Yeah.
And then I kind of started getting my feet wet and rapping.
So like midsummer, like we graduated.
Yeah, around then. I don't even remember. I feel like a little bit earlier then because I had put out C4.
Oh yeah, true.
I had put out C4
Like that
in 2016,
spring.
definitely. It's like 2016. I had put out a song in a video called C4.
Look that shit up.
Look that up,
Some
man.
old
It's
Norman.
super old.
I'm gonna have all these links in the description.
Oh,
on
dude,
the
do
YouTube
that.
and
Yeah,
in
man,
the
do that. That'd be super dope.
SoundCloud, Spotify.
That'd
all
be
that,
dope.
You know?
Yeah, do that. Yeah, man, C4, man, my hair was different and all that. I had super long hair, but C4 was something I just decided to do, just literally off a whim. And shout out Lucas Pyrus, which has been my best friend for like
Lucas
10 years.
Lucas is the man.
For the
He's a
better
good
half
guy.
of 10 years. Right now, he actually currently shoots the Hate Street videos right now. He has shot
did not know
Tampico and he has shot Blank.
He shot Tampico.
Yeah, he shot Tampico. Him and Nick, I don't remember his last name.
Oh, I get.
The white kid.
I
that was
remember.
with
Yeah,
him.
I remember the white kid. The
Yeah,
tall kid.
shout out
yeah.
him. He's so talented, and
That-
the two of
that
them
video-
together are a fucking dream team when it comes to videos. We have the best videos out in the whole scene. I don't care
Bro.
what anyone says.
Can I talk about a visual that I saw?
Go ahead.
Dude, the What's He On video by Slev.
That's not out yet,
I know,
but you saw it.
yeah. That shit's fucking fire.
That shit's fire, right?
Dude, that was so fun.
That
like,
shit's
filming
fire.
too. Like,
Hey, and I'm gonna let you. There's other videos.
I know
There's other videos.
because I seen you guys post the clip of you guys in the alley. It was a
Yes.
hot ass day. Slev had a big old
But
fucking.
there's other videos
Slev had his
out.
trench coat.
Shout out Lucas Pyrus, the
Bro.
best videographer,
Like,
the best.
and I will say, and another great reason why I have you on episode 1 is because anyone that knows me, I shout out Hate Street and All Time Entertainment so much.
love you
I
for that.
see,
We love you
I
for that.
see the fucking I see what
We love you.
like what it is, not
We
what
appreciate
like.
you.
what
We're
the
gonna get to that
potential
though,
of what
man.
it
We're gonna
is,
get
bro.
to that. We're gonna tell the story.
Like-
Let me tell this story, man. Let me tell it. Okay.
Yeah,
from-
but this is a podcast. We're gonna zigzag.
We're gonna
go
tell.
up, down,
Let me tell the
whoop-de-wop.
story of. Let me get to how I linked up with Hate Street.
Yeah, I'm
Let
gonna
me-
shut up now.
Let me take a shot of what currently is my favorite alcohol. I'm an occasional drinker, and this is a big occasion. But right now, I'm into the Jack Daniels. Right now,
I'll take a shot of the Hen Rock.
I never. Yeah, let's take some shots right now. real
Mike's
quick.
down right now.
You already know. Thank you, Soko.
And for you, those of you that are listening that are not at work and maybe have time to
Take a drink,
or smoke responsibly,
Take a drink.
I wouldn't say encourage that, but if that's how you feel,
Take
then that's how you feel.
This is for entertainment, man. We having fun up here. But so I started hosting shows. You were DJing. We have been doing that. We were doing that for a few months, for the better half of a year, I'm gonna say. I had started rapping. I had dropped C4. I had made a video for it. Shout out Lucas Pyrus. And it was my first ever just like release of anything. First piece of music, first video, first everything, and that was a big deal to me. And a lot of people responded to it well. They were like, "Oh wow, man, you're really spitting. This video is crazy." And the video was super crazy because there's a part where I'm just walking on the edge of like a 5-story like parking lot building with my shoes untied, and I didn't know my shoes were untied until I saw the video.
Yeah, I
back.
saw that. I was like, damn.
And a lot of people commented on that. They're like, "Yo, you're bugging." And I was like, shit, I guess I was. Like, I really didn't know that. But I love that day, man. That was a super fire day, man. Shout out Lucas, man. Super special person to me. One of my best friends for 10 years. Super talented. He's a photographer. He's a producer. He's a videographer. Man, that is one of the people like in my heart forever for life. No matter like if we like don't speak for a while or anything, that is one of the people that is gonna remain like near and dear to me forever. So since that moment, I just recorded a couple other songs just to perform, and from hosting, I started performing also as I was hosting, and then it just grew more and more until we just kept doing what we were doing. You were DJing, I was hosting, and always I just had like a lot of energy. That's kind of what I feel like people.
Spaz.
I feel like people really receive.
You would make a post. You say,
Yeah.
"Come out and spaz tonight."
Come out and spaz, because that's exactly what I was doing, and I feel like people really loved that from me. I feel like that's what
With the afro,
with the fro, and yeah, it was the hair too, man. Shout out the hair. Shout out my whole hair.
bro. We got some good hair, bro.
Yo, we do, man. We really do.
We got some good hair.
We have a history of just like popping ass hair, and I feel
Short
like
hair, long hair.
long hair, don't give a fuck. And just yeah, man. I feel like without my hair, it wouldn't like people really wouldn't have like seen it. You know what I'm saying? Because my hair was
You
big
gotta
and noticeable.
any artist out there, like, you do have to have an image in some way or another. Like, you gotta have something that sets you
Yeah.
apart
Yeah.
one way or another.
My hair was huge and noticeable, and I was always banging my fucking head. I was always going crazy. I was always spazzing out to the music that you play, and I was always just trying to get the crowd as hype as possible. And I think that's what the people received from me, and that's what the people like really
Is
appreciated.
this what you want?
Yeah, pretty much, dude. That's what they wanted, and that's really what I gave to them. So from there, just one of the shows I was just like performing at. I remember I had shout out Slitty Wrists also, because I was a huge fan
Yeah.
of Slitty Wrists, and I knew all of his songs word for word, and he was doing a set at a show, and there was a feature that he had from another rapper from like Connecticut or something, and I knew his whole verse, and he was like, yo, you want to do this song with me? You just want to do his verse? And I was like, fuck yeah, dude. And I did that verse, and we just like piped the fuck up. We just turned all the way up, and we just went crazy. And
What venue was it? Do you remember?
this is probably Met.
Oh,
Probably
yeah?
Met. Yeah, and it was definitely Met. It was definitely Met.
Shit.
And Tate, Slev, and yeah, dude, a few of the Hay Street guys were there, and they're like, yo, that dude is fucking lit. Like, he's lit as fuck. And they were familiar with Slitty. And they had contacted Slitty, and they were like, yo, we're gonna put on a show at the News Cafe like a month from now.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this
And they're
story.
and they were like, yo, and holla at that dude, Norm. Holla at Social Norm. See if he wants to be a part of this. And he had got at me and just like, yo, these guys are throwing a show. They want to see if you're down. Come try out. They're doing like a rehearsal tryout, something at their studio. And he told me where it was. I had went over, and it was the Grindhouse.
Like, this is some real rap shit.
Yeah,
man.
no,
Like,
this is
some real
important.
rap shit.
This part, starting from right now, what I'm speaking on till the rest of the show, this is where everything really begins. So I went there. It was the Grindhouse. They had Slitty there. They had just like a few artists there, just all the artists that were gonna be on their first show that they were putting on. So I went there. I was like, wow, their studio. It was just like super grimy. It was just exactly what you would expect for just like a grimy metal band, just like Clubhouse would be. And it was just super dope, man. There was equipment, instruments everywhere, all that.
It was fucking punk rock.
It was punk rock as fuck.
Yeah.
And
Small. It was like legit, like a little bit bigger than.
It was
than-
what?
A little bit bigger than my room here.
just a little bit.
Yeah.
It was like a storage room kind of, and they just turned it into a studio.
With the view of 95, dude.
No windows, nothing, darkness. It was super
So
dope.
hot. Dude, I got that picture too. I'm gonna have that picture.
Yeah, we have some footage of
like
the
when we all came through after the jam.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have
dude.
that shit
Yeah.
pop up.
Yeah,
That's
man.
a good ass picture.
Hell yeah. How long we at right now?
Dude, I started looking at the time probably like 15 minutes ago, and it was like 7:50.
No doubt. No doubt.
So-
We going, man. As long
Dude,
as the
dude,
battery's still running.
Yeah, yo, dead ass.
As long as the battery's still running.
For real, and
okay.
if it stops, then we'll just pick it up where it left.
We telling
off.
history, man. I need to tell this. So from that moment, I loved it. I feel like that was what I was really, really looking for. As far as just music
Made
goes.
you feel
It made me feel
dude.
at home.
Alive,
At
bro.
home. Just no corny shit. Like, I know it sounds like wild as fuck, but from that moment, I felt at home, and from that moment, I kept going back.
Yo, dead ass, bro. Cause I like you said, we're gonna get personal. Like,
Yeah,
you're
my
my
let's-
bro.
let's
I know
do
you.
it.
Like,
Let's
I
do
could
it.
always tell like there was a void that you need to be filled. And when I really saw you first linking up, like with the all-time
I
guys,
never
was,
left.
I was yo, dead ass. I
From
was
the
like,
first day.
I was like, yeah, bro.
From the
that's
first
it.
day that I met them, I never left.
Yo,
I
like-
felt so much. And let me just tell you something about that moment. At that moment, and I'm gonna just go like deep. I'm gonna just go deep for a second. You knew me, man. I was a very militant at that moment.
I've known you for 6 years.
You remember who
bro.
my ex-girlfriend was at that time? You remember who I
Yeah,
was
she did
dating
not
at
like.
this
She
time?
did not like me.
Nah, she liked you. Nah, she fucked with you. She fucked with you heavy.
Her tweets scared me. bro.
Nah, but shout out to her, man. She was.
Yo, I
super
will
smart.
say like
She didn't take no
you know
shit, man.
their
And she-
perception is one thing.
And
No-
part of
no
the reason
shade.
why we linked up is because we were very like-minded. I was coming into like very deep consciousness at that time. You know what I mean?
we were becoming men, bro.
I recognized the time that we were in.
When boys turn to
Yeah,
men.
man. I was really about it. I was really about the activism. You know what I mean? I was really
It was
hard-
not. It was a good thing though.
No,
like,
and it still is a good thing.
It is,
It
like-
still is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? You see
yeah,
that, and that was
still, for real.
about pre-Trump era.
yeah, that was
That was like the coming of the
that
Trump
was like
era.
I feel like at the start of like
Yeah.
when it was really publicized. Like, yo, what's good?
That
with
was
these
before the
cops, like,
election.
killing everyone.
Yeah, dude, and that, yeah, you know what I mean? And not to get like super like into that, but like I was really recognizing that, and I was really learning a lot about that, and I was really mad, bro.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
that script you wrote in class.
Yeah,
that-
you remember that.
I do.
Exactly, man.
I love that.
Yeah, one thing a lot of people don't know about me is I'm a film writer also. I write a lot of
I would
film.
love to see that.
I
like,
have a
but-
lot of films, full-length
I
films,
would
full
love to see
feature
that come
films,
to
and
life.
short films in the stash.
And you said there's a cool white guy in that movie, right? Let me play it.
Oh man, I don't remember, but yeah, there
Or can I be a
probably
bad white guy?
was, dude.
I'll-
I gotta
I'll
go
do it.
and read my shit, dude. I don't remember.
I just don't
none
want to
of
have to
those.
say the you know what.
But yeah, yeah.
Don't make me do that.
Never that. But I can't with you, bro. I can't. But yeah, man. At that time, bro, I was really into the activism, man, and I still am, man. Anti-white supremacy, man. Fuck Trump, man. Fuck all this shit, man. Fuck the system all day, man. I'm not even gonna get super into
Whoever's
that.
president is fucking you.
I'm not
over.
even gonna go like super into that today, but like you remember how I was, and at that time where I met Hate Street, which currently is a 3 white man group and a 2 black man group. It's an interracial like interracial
Giggity.
giggity hip hop group, but at that
One of my
time.
favorite hip hop groups.
At that time, like when I met them, I was like, wow, dude, these dudes are holy shit. Like this, just everyone that was involved with that studio at that time, I was like, yo, this is what hip hop is. And these are 3 white guys.
Like, I want to be a fly on the
There's
wall.
a black guy
Deadass,
here,
bro.
and there was mad other people, like also those mad other heads in there, just like spectating, just like enjoying, just like homies and shit. But I was like, yo, this is what they were making the best hip hop music that I have ever heard in Rhode Island. From the time that I was there, and I was there for at least 3 years.
I'll drink to that, brother.
Know what
I will
mean?
drink to that, fam. To the Hate Street Dialogue, fam.
No, shout out Hate Street. I've already told them how I felt about that. But like, Tate the Technician, shout out. He has produced everything so far that's been released from Hate Street. Excellent producer, excellent musician. Shout out Cam Brov, one of the illest rappers that I've ever met in my life.
Yo, Tate's really only like anyone that is going to listen to Hate Street for the first time and you hear their productions,
all
just
Tate the
know
Technician.
Tate has only scratched the surface
Oh
on
my
his
God.
production.
They don't even know.
Dude, I like.
They
I
don't
heard,
even know.
I heard some of the dance shit, bro.
They don't
Bro,
even. He
yo,
does it
and,
all.
And like I will say like
He does it
also like
all.
as like yeah like we're homies, but there's also a side of me that's a
No.
fan of the Hate Street
No.
dialogue, and all the Hate Street fans that are watching this now like it's just so dope to just sit back and just like eat
He
your
is the
popcorn
most talented.
and like fucking watch this shit all
Tate
happen.
the Technician
man.
is the most talented person that I know to this day. He is a MacGyver. You know what I mean? That's my brother that I'm talking about.
He
You know
has
what I
like
mean?
an extra like 20 brain cells.
That's yeah,
He
dude.
has,
And
like-
mind you, and
he can
I,
access parts of
and
his
I hope
mind
that
don't
he
get a
doesn't get.
man's
I
hand.
really hope that he doesn't get mad. He didn't finish high school because he pretty much said, "Yo, fuck that.
I didn't know.
I'm not
I
into
never knew
this.
that.
I'm not into this shit." And he has been a musician. He has been a musician and a creator since his birth. A musician and a creator.
Yeah, each time like I post like a
You know what I
snap
mean?
or something like complaining about my job, like whole like
He is literally like exemplary of like, yo, if you're gonna drop out of school, you're gonna do what like he did. If you're at least, if you're someone that that
If you
just
have a
hates
plan.
school, if you have a plan, he didn't have a plan, but he was just like, yo, like fuck this.
he
like,
did he had music.
I
though,
don't, you know what I mean? Like music is my shit, and ever since then, he goes to the stew every day and fucking works, and fucking cracks down on this shit. You know what I mean? And me, you know what I mean? That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? He is the most creative person. And me and him I bumped heads already, you know what I mean? Like I bumped heads with everyone in the
Bro.
crew already. It doesn't
That's
even
right. That's what happens.
it don't
with
even
fans,
fucking
man.
like matter, bro. Like we're super tight. But yeah, man, from the moment that I met them, so yeah, man, I went to the Grindhouse for the first time. I loved it. I talked to everyone there. They loved the music that I had out. I performed a few joints for them. They had a first show that they ever put on. They all performed. It was insane. Rage City.
Full house at the News Cafe.
Sold out at
Shoulder
the
to shoulder.
sold out News
sardines.
Cafe.
Like 200 people in the News Cafe.
Sold
Insane.
out. Sold out News Cafe.
No staging.
Rage City.
No staging either.
Yeah, this was before like we really got
Yeah.
into the real production of it.
Stoners in the back DJing.
Yeah,
just,
man.
He didn't
Screaming
have a,
and all
didn't
that
have a
shit.
mic.
He didn't have a mic, but he did the lights that show. He had lights going on that show, and that was insane.
That was a great show. Yeah.
I didn't perform that show.
Yo, we
I
still
performed
haven't.
the second one.
Yo, I'm just thinking we still haven't even talked about that show.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
So
man.
talk-
Oh yeah, we
talk
gotta
about
move
that
this
show
along.
right
All right,
now.
let me fast forward a little bit. So that show was crazy. I didn't perform that
So
show
it's me and you. We drive up in the van.
in the. Oh, was it still the van? You still
Hey,
the
we
van?
dude, this is junior year, bro.
Okay, yeah. You still have the van. We pulled up in the van. You know what I mean? Off the Vices. You know what I mean? And we just marveled. I remember I stood up on a chair at some point, on a stool, and I took a snap, and I still have the snap to this day. And it was just everyone just bouncing
Yo,
simultaneously.
Time out. Can I bump in? Yo,
Go ahead,
so
go ahead.
so for me and Norman pull up, and it's just us. We get high as shit with the gang.
Yeah.
And we're just in there, and Stoner's just playing beats, and we're all just bobbing around.
OG
and
Mac,
stuff.
hold on
And-
to OG
and,
Mac.
Dude, I'm in my head. I'm like, dude, like, why am I out right now? Like, what am I doing? Like, why do I like rap? Like,
had to.
what's going on? I was like,
Yeah, I don't think you were rapping at that point.
no, dude,
You were
I would,
rapping at that point.
I like, yeah, I was just started DJing.
Yes.
And then you were like, yo, I gotta go. First you were like, cause you were going first, and the show is packed, and you go to me and you're like, yo, I feel like B-Rabbit right now.
I didn't perform that first show. The first show that they threw, I didn't perform.
The one that
The one that
you know
remember
what I'm
Slitty
talking
Wrist.
about.
Remember that time we like Slitty Wrist was all fucked up, and I had to go with him to the hospital.
Yes,
That was the show that I
okay,
performed.
so that show,
at.
yes. We're
Let's
talking
talk about that
Yeah,
show.
this
Okay,
is
so
my
basically,
first
all right,
memory.
all right. The first Hate Street show that they ever threw was lit as fuck. I was there. It was super lit. They did a great job.
Dude.
Okay, hold on. Now, let me do it.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm peeking right now. I gotta
Alright.
turn the volume down a little bit. So Slitty Wrist got hit by a car.
So the second show that they ever, so the first show they ever did was like in March. The next one that they did was in April. This was the second show that they ever threw. It was at the News Cafe again. Super lit again. Earlier
Great
that
venue. Shout
day,
out News Cafe.
Slitty Wrist had got hit by a car. He was skateboarding somewhere, and a car came and smacked the shit out of him. He flipped over, did a couple fucking flips over the car, landed on his head. He was definitely
Concussed.
fucked up. But
Concussed.
Slitty, that's one of my homies. He's tough as nails, bro. He's tough as hell.
Dude, I'm not throwing hands with Slitty.
No, never. He's
Nah,
tough, and,
nah,
and he's
chill.
tall as lanky, and he's tall and lanky as fuck. No one wants to throw hands with him, but he's super tough. And mind you, he's one of the most friendliest people you ever meet. He's like number 2
Great
from
guy.
Jesse the Tree.
Great guy.
Yeah.
He got smacked by a car, landed on his head, and he was set to perform later on that night, and so was I at the second installment of the History Dialogue show. Man, so we went to the show. He didn't go to the hospital. He didn't get checked up, nothing. He was like, "Fuck it, I'm good. I'm still alive. I'm walking. I'm gonna keep going."
Dude, I
Later on that
forgot
night, we
about this,
performed.
yeah.
I performed, killed it. Slitty performed, killed it. All the other Hay Street guys performed, killed it. Later on that show, me, you, and Slitty, and this is past the van.
Yo,
RIP the van.
pause.
Yes.
Pause the story. So Slitty
Yes.
gets hit by the car earlier in the day, and then we're at the show. Let's get back to my perspective on this shit.
Go. Let's get it. Let's get it.
So,
Grab it another Corona.
so you're like, oh, dude, I feel like B Rabbit right now. Like I felt middle school high. That type of shit. And I'm not condoning middle schoolers to do that. Okay. I started smoking when I was a teenager though. Anyway,
a lot of people that I know started smoking when they're like 13, 14 years old. I never smoked weed until I was 17, graduating high school.
yeah, I remember.
That's
I
besides
remember
the
you telling me that.
Yeah, man, late bloomer.
I was like, oh shit. So yeah, you're like, all right, I gotta go to the bathroom, and you dip, and Slev and Slitty go up there hosting, and legit, bro, still to this fucking day, Slev, what's good? What's good? I said, what the fuck is good? I was like, damn.
Super loud as
This,
hell.
yeah, I was like, this dude's loud.
Loud
Can
as
you
hell,
not?
Slev. Loud as hell, Slev, man.
Can you not? And then up next, we're gonna start the show off with our boy Social Norm. I was like, damn, where's Norm? And you're coming around the corner. You're like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, I did
and
start
they,
the
they
show.
were like, and like they were like, where is he at? And they were like,
I was in the
"One-"
bathroom.
Yeah, they were like 1, 2, 3, Norman. 1, 2, 3, Norm. The
Oh
whole
yeah, I was in the bathroom when they did do that. Yeah,
crowd. And
yeah.
you went up there. You did C4.
Straight B Rabbit shit.
And you killed it.
Oh man,
You killed it.
C4,
And then
man.
from my perspective,
that
from
was a
then on out,
banger.
it was that shit.
And then C4, and I had recorded a couple other joints for that show. I recorded 2 other joints. I did
Was
like
Punk,
3
was
songs.
Punk one of that shit? Cause you did
Punk
you
was
did
one of
Punk with
them.
Cam.
Yeah.
Cam was supposed to be on Punk.
The first time I met Cam, which was the first time that I
was
went to the
first time I met Cam,
Grindhouse.
too. I will
The
not-
first time
not
that I went to the
yeah.
Grindhouse was the first time that I ever met Cam, and he was like, "Yo," he was just amazed by the Punk song, which was a song that I did. I know, but shout out Nick Costa. He has a couple.
Yo, Bangar's Beast. He's on a high standards low. So, dude, all right, I will let's interlude right now because I am going to contact him. I want him to come on the podcast.
Who, Nick Costa?
I do.
He'd do it. He'd do it.
We shall see because
He'd do it. I think you should do it.
yeah I would
But shout out
like
Nick
to.
Costa. I know, like, we don't have to get into that for this show, but I know you guys aren't on excuse me.
Yeah, we're not on the best terms.
You guys
right
aren't on
now.
the best of terms, but Nick Costa produced Punk for me, and he has a couple
Dude,
joints
dude,
on
he's
my
he's a talented guy,
on my upcoming project also. He has a couple joints on my upcoming
Dude, well,
project.
like,
But yeah, man, he's super talented.
The bag's there. Take
He's
the
not,
bag.
man. He's not the normal guy, man. He's not your normal gentleman.
Everyone is flawed.
But everyone is
Everyone is
flawed, but he's
flawed.
super talented, and I know he's gonna hear this, so he's super talented. But yeah, man, he had done Punk. Punk was one of the records that I did, and I did just like a Lucy, just like a turn up joint, and I recorded it with the Hay Street guys. Like we had went to another studio, we just recorded it just like that. So I performed those tracks at the second installment of the second show that Hay Street threw. And it went crazy, man. Slitty performed at that show too. But fast forward,
Yeah,
man,
let's pick
at
up
the
where
end
we
of the
left
show,
off.
at the end of the show is me, you, with Slitty, just, you know what I mean, smoking a couple joints.
He's like, oh, by the way, guys,
just decompressing.
I got hit by a car today.
Yeah, and Slitty just tells us everything that
And we like,
went on.
He killed his set.
He murked his set. It was like nothing that even went on.
But like, what? And then like he's like, and then we're just walking. Like, oh shit, you did get hit by a car because he's fucking limping
and he's
shit.
fucked up. He looks like he's about to like just like nod out at any moment, and he has no one to like care for him at the moment. And he called a couple people, you know what I mean, just see, yo, can you go to the hospital with me? Can you at least, because he thinks he has a concussion, so he's afraid to go to sleep, because he thinks he's gonna fall into a coma like that. You know what I mean, like how they say. So basically, and mind you, I had shit to do early in the morning, and I was like,
we both did.
And I was like, I'm gonna stay. Let's go to the hospital, man. I'm gonna stay with you throughout the night, because no one else was gonna do it, and that's my man. And I'm a good dude, man. I'm trying to get into heaven and all that.
Hey, but who drove?
You did.
Sammy
You did
Bang
drive.
Bang
He did drive. Soko drove to the hospital and dropped me and Slitty off, and Slitty checked in.
Yo. So I dropped. I don't know what time. I don't know if this time or the other time, but it was a different time. It was me, you, and Slitty.
Yes.
And it was at the old grindhouse, and we got so lit in my car, and I was like, Norman, can you please drive for me?
I think that was the same night.
You think it was?
I'm pretty sure that was the same night.
Oh man, dude, that shit was.
I think that was the same night, dude.
That shit was crazy.
That was the same night, man.
wow.
Yeah, man. We were all lit.
Yo,
You had to drive to the hospital.
enough of these throwback stories,
Yeah,
man.
man, let's
Those
get
are
it, man.
like we
Let's-
could go like
So
ju-
much, man.
just
That's
know, like,
memories. That's
I
memories.
will end this with saying, without like I said this earlier, without our relationship,
Yes.
this wouldn't be like what it is,
It
fam.
wouldn't, bro.
Like-
I'm
like-
glad to be on the first episode, man. This means a
And,
whole lot.
and you were like I was telling you about the podcast. You were like, if I'm not the first guest,
I had to.
I'm gonna beat your ass.
I had to be the first
Some
episode.
shit, man.
That's not a joke. But yeah, man,
Yo.
that's basically how I got to meet the Hey Street
Yeah,
guys.
dude.
But yeah, man, let's fast forward.
Yeah, and if anyone would like to book the Hey Street Dialogue, you know I will have the info in this shit, and you guys can
At the Hey Street
can interview
Dialogue
them
on Instagram.
Hate Street Stories for days. Hate Street Dory Fish.
At Social Norm on Instagram also.
Yeah. So recently, you guys opened up for Tech Nine at the Worcester Palladium.
Yes.
Some of the reason that from an outside source looking in, you guys got put on the Strange Music Spotify playlist.
Yeah.
And
Shout out Strange Music.
got contacted by Tech Nina's team, and they were like, "Hey, Hey Street Dialogue, would you guys like to open?"
Yeah, man.
And your manager, Mr. Dana, was like, yeah. And he was like, hey guys, you gonna want to do this? And you guys were like, yeah, let's do this. And
Yes,
it was
indeed.
from what I heard, it was a sold out 2,000 plus person show.
Wild show.
Wow.
Wild.
Wild.
Man, shout out Strange Music. Shout out Adam from Strange Music. Shout out Tech Nine. And shout out the entire Strange Music. Yeah, man. They had basically caught wind of our tape, the Hate tape, by Hey Street Dialogue.
Like a week after the tape dropped.
like a month, like a good month.
It felt
Like,
so
it was
soon.
very soon.
It felt so
very
soon.
soon. They caught wind of it.
Dude, it was some was
Yeah.
some movie shit.
Yeah, man. They caught wind of the tape and they loved it. The whole staff loved it. All of their fans loved it. And they put it on their playlist. It was on Spotify, Apple Music, everything. Just their entire playlist. It was the song 6 Feet, which is actually my personal and just like the whole team's least favorite song. It's the group song. It's kind of like the posse cut. It's the posse cut.
The last track.
It's not the last track. The last track is Fade. I think it's the last.
Oh,
it's
wait,
the
you
second.
said 6 feet?
Yes, 6 Feet.
Oh yeah,
It's the
dude,
second to last
bro,
song. It's the posse
dude,
cut. of
I
the
got a
whole
story
tape.
about that.
Go
I don't
ahead.
think you know this. So, it was when I recorded the track I have with Cam and Slev.
Yeah.
Like it was me, my girl, and Tate. We were just chilling. Like before, like I even recorded. as always, Tate loves showing fucking unreleased tracks.
Yeah,
Like,
man. He's just naturally always playing
dude,
shit.
and just always creating shit, dude. Like Tate's one of
Shout
my
out
favorite
Tate.
dudes to hang out with, and I don't get to hang out with him.
Shout out Tate, man. That's my brother.
And he was like, dude, like, I really it was just when it was just him on the track, and he was like, I really fuck with this, but the gang, it doesn't see. I was like, dude, like, this shit'll hit. Like, I was like, dude, I was like, yo, I was like, I know y'all are gonna do it. He was like, I'm making them do this. And
At
shit.
that time, and I'm gonna let off a secret.
Secret time with Social Noise.
At that time, there was another song that we were trying to make like the group song. I'm not gonna say the name of the song because maybe it might still be a thing in the future. But we were trying to record. There was a whole different song, whole different beat and everything that we were trying to make the group song for that tape, and it just was not working. And then Tate all of a sudden just like created just like the 6 feet beat. 6 feet. He just did the hook. He was the first one to do the hook. Excuse me. And we just all got on it. We just all just got on it just naturally. Just like, yo, you fuck with this? Yeah. Yo, you fuck with this? Just one by one as everyone got in the studio.
It's
you fuck
goth
with this?
as fuck,
Yo,
bro.
you fuck with this?
Metal
Yeah.
as
And we
fuck.
just all got on it until everyone in the group got on it. And then that was it. Boom. That was 6 feet. But yeah, that was the song that Strange Music chose. And we're super grateful for them for putting that on their playlist because that got the song a fuck ton of plays and that got the tape a fuck ton of attention. And then we got invited to perform with Strange Music, and we did, and their fans absolutely loved us. And I'm not making a word of this up. Their fans. It was like they didn't.
Shout out to all the Strange
Shout
Music
out to the
fans
whole
that are watching this
Strange
interview
Music cult
and that are supporting
fan
the
base.
Hate Street Dialogue.
Because that's a cult fan base. Shout out to all of them. They loved us. It was like they didn't. Wow. It was like they were just like wowed by it. And after our performance, I just took a walk through the venue. And so many people stopped me and was just like, wow.
Yeah, you was in your overalls
guys.
too.
Yeah, man, I was in the overalls.
Yeah, so like you was mad.
I was in the
noticeable.
overalls in the Mad USA too. You know what I mean? I actually have a blood stain on this shirt from...
Is it your blood?
No.
Whose blood?
I don't know whose blood this is on my shirt, but it's not my blood. But it's from that show.
Not my blood.
But shout out Mad USA. Guys, just like there's like a snap with like a lot of views of you just like of your dad just like pelting a fat ass like grapefruit or orange at you, and you're just like, oh, you son of a bitch, and shit. like I see that shit.
That's my best friend.
That's your
man.
best friend, dude.
Bert Comfort. That
Bert
was my
Comfort,
best friend.
man. Shout out Bert Comfort. Shout out your father. And whenever I see that shit, whenever I see just like parents,
And especially Valerie Comfort as well.
Your mom as well.
My dad ain't watching this. My dad's not.
I want him to see this, man. I want him to see this.
Maybe down the road. My dad's like not.
I want him to see this.
My dad's doing other shit. He doesn't.
He is.
doesn't even. My mom though.
Yeah.
My dad supports me, but my dad, he's just like, I want to do.
Which one of your parents is gonna see this?
My mom.
So I can shout him. Oh, your
my
mom's
mom's gonna watch this day one.
All right, but shout out Bert and shout out Mama Comfort.
Oh,
but
yeah.
my point is
and shout out to Alex. I know she's watching this.
Your sister?
Because Alex made the logo.
Oh yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Yo, oh my God. Shout out Alex.
Yeah.
What
and
the
what's
hell?
funny is this thing, and also I'm gonna have to give a shout out to Erica Miller because she gave me this.
Oh my God, Erica.
Bro, that's
Okay,
actually the
alright,
color of the Boom Boom Show logo.
That is.
And
that
that's
is,
from like
that
the
is.
70s.
Shout out Erica. Shout out your
Yo,
sister for making the logo.
So let me take. So wait.
Let me finish.
Finish that, and then I have some good shit for you.
So just my point in this is I'm someone that grew up with just a single mother. Unfortunately, I didn't have the best relationship with my mother or the rest of my relatives. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I love them all. I will always love them. But unfortunately, we don't always have the best relationship, and I'm kind of just like dolo at the moment. But it's fine. I'm gonna make my dreams happen regardless.
But whenever I just see you and your family, whenever I see you and your dad just like joke around, throw shit at each other, fuck around with the animals, I'm looking at that, I'm like, wow, man, like, I marvel at that shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, this kid can never fail. This kid's never gonna fail because his family, his two parents would never let him fail.
Oh, never.
Never.
Dude, there's no excuses.
Never.
None at all.
They're gonna support you throughout
None.
whatever the fuck you do.
And it's like, and dude, like anyone that doesn't know me that's watching this, like, don't think I'm like come from a rich ass family.
Nah, I feel you. But that's
Don't
my
think
point.
bro. Like,
But that is exactly my point. You don't have to come from a rich ass fucking family. You don't
the
have to come
biggest,
from
like,
anyone
my family's rich
at
in
all.
love.
In love.
In
That's
love.
what I'm saying.
My family has
That's-
shown me that
so
love.
That's my
is,
point
is
right
the
now.
is the
That's
ultimate
my exact
currency,
point.
man.
That's my exact point. I'm just like giving like a shout out to you in your family
Yeah,
situation.
bro. I gotta fucking have you come over for dinner
You
at the farm.
your family will never under any circumstance let you fail, and they have and still support you throughout everything that you do and will do. And to me, I'm just a rapper right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm just an artist. I've done other things, but I'm my only family right now is the 5 people that you see me make music with, and plus Dana, the manager. Shout out Dana, that's my brother. That's like the only family to me right now. So whenever I see you and your family just supporting him, just like, wow, this kid is never gonna fail, bro. This is one of my best friends.
Yo, for real. If
You
I
know what I
have,
mean?
dude, cause like right now, like most people know me in New England. If everyone in New England said "fuck you," I'm not fucking with you. I'm like,
bro.
whatever.
But
I'm
though
be fine.
you've had this family support, though you've had this
Yeah, I'm be
support,
good.
you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
always been such an honest person. You've never been stuck up. You've always been super fucking real, bro. And you've always stuck to you, and you've always been honest, bro. You've always worn your heart on your fucking sleeve, dude. So whenever I see that, I'm like, yo, that just comes from a family that does the motherfucking same, dude.
Yeah, does the
You know
right
what I'm
thing.
saying?
Doesn't front on anyone.
So I just want to give a shout out to your parents.
The comforts.
And the motherfucking comforts. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because you inspire me, and though I don't have that same background, you inspire me to like do the
Well,
same
bro,
shit.
what are you doing for Thanksgiving,
You
man?
know? I mean, I'ma come over, dude. Fuck that.
Bro.
But like, I'm just saying, bro. Like, my point is like, yo, like, you inspire me to do the same thing without that family background. I'ma just pretend that I have that motherfucking support.
Bro, just know
behind me,
there's
bro.
always a table
It
for
don't
you.
even matter,
That
bro.
like
You
Thanksgiving,
already fucking know.
fucking Christmas.
fucking know.
I'm Jewish.
I'm
but we
giving a
celebrate
shout out. I'm
Christmas,
giving a
and-
shout out to Bert and your mother, dude. You guys do such a good job in supporting this kid in everything that he wants to do, and it just reflects immediately. It doesn't reflect like 10 years from now. It reflects immediately.
Dude, the
So send this. So
generations.
whenever this episode comes out,
I
send
got some
this to
good
them.
ass genes.
You know what I mean? You guys. I mean, you guys had some good ass fucking sex, and you guys fucking.
Bro, there's some freaks.
You guys had some freaky ass shit going on,
There's
and you
some-
guys popped out with this, man.
Dude, there's some freaks. For real.
Yeah, man. Let's get on, man. Let's get on.
Yo,
That was my OTU.
All right. So as you can see, I have this lovely lady pulled up here. I saw her on just my adventures through Instagram, and if anyone has any funny videos or memes, feel free to message me or the Boom Boom Show at Sam Needs Comfort
Oh, Lord.
or at the Boom Boom Show. And I think that All Time Entertainment should sign this young lady right here.
What, is she a rapper or something?
Dude, she has bars.
No.
She has bars. Check
Oh,
this
wow.
out.
I don't think All Time is.
If I see you in the street,
Hold on.
bitch,
Let me
your
let me
ass
turn the volume up on the speaker real quick.
Let's go.
But she has freaking bars. All right, 1 2 1 2. Oh. Hello. Yeah, that's good. Let me get that.
If I see you in the street, bitch, your ass is done! I don't need your opinion! I don't need it, bitch. I do what I fucking want! If I see you in the street, bitch, your ass is done! I don't need your opinion! I don't need it, bitch. I do what I fucking want! If
How you feel about that, man? If I see your ass in the street, your ass is done. I do what I fucking want, dude. That's fire.
I think she need to take that style over the Scar-Lord or something. Maybe he'll like that shit. He'll like that shit.
You didn't like it?
I mean, I think she need to work on her craft a little bit. I think she need to get on a beat, maybe. Get on the beat, get some style a little bit. Get
She
some
needs to
on
work.
that.
She needs to work on like herself more before
Yeah, she need
can
to work on herself.
before she can get in the gang. Okay. Well, have you seen this right here?
Let's go. What's up?
Okay, you were a fan of GTA back in the day, right?
Definitely.
All right. Well, this is some real life GTA shit, dude. You know what one of my favorite things was to fucking
I gotta see.
get
this.
on the scooters
This looks hilarious.
and just try and finesse the cop on a scooter, bro.
I saw this. He does on the okie doke. Yeah, he gave him the okie doke. He's out. Yep.
Dude.
Would have done the exact same thing. He's smart. He got that court vision. What we call court vision.
Court vision?
Court vision.
I've never heard that.
When you playing basketball and you're able to just view the court and know your next move, and that's exactly what he did right there.
Have you so moving on, have you ever been to the strip club?
I actually haven't. I've been to clubs where there's strippers and I've seen them get naked and shit, but I've never been to a straight booty club. No,
Yeah, I've never been to a booty club either.
have not.
But apparently sometimes there can be some malfunctions
Soon
going
though.
on
I feel like soon, man. I'm a rapper
in the dressing room, and also like every boom boom show there's gonna be some butts and some boobs going on.
Okay.
So-
I like where you're going. What's up?
So let me make this full screen for you. Yeah, no, that's some ass. She's getting ready for her Facebook Live. You know, come pull up to me at work right now.
So what's up, man? You got a question?
Can you see that one more time?
I mean, okay.
So for those of us listening, it's
So what happens is
we got some strippers twerking by the locker.
they twerking, they hold
Promoing
the
for
locker,
tonight.
and the locker isn't necessarily very secure to the wall
Well, you don't know that until
until it's on her and her partner.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. Take a seat. All right, we back from a pee break. We just sparked up another wood. Norm, man, tell me about the making of the hate tape, because since 2016, even before, like, you were fully, like, in the Hate Street Dialogue, I was like, yo, when's the project? When's the
Yes,
project?
sir.
When's the project? When's the project? Yo, and side note, who is, in your opinion, the number one Hate Street fan? Because I know it's not me.
The number one Hate Street fan?
Who do you think the number one Hate Street fan is? Because I fucking love the Hate Street Dialogue.
Say, hold on.
It might be even be somebody I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of Hate Street fans, but the ones that I know of, which is, I suppose, what you're asking me about. Shout out Bobby Beansack, man. He showed.
Yeah, Bobby Beansack is.
He
a
showed
huge Hate
a
Street
lot
fan.
of love since the beginning.
Who is in the room right behind us? You actually might hear him in the feedback. He's playing video games as we speak.
playing fucking Fortnite.
Yo, say less, bro.
playing
Bobby
fucking-
Beansack.
Stay on
Bobby,
Fortnite.
so no, I'm gonna cut you off. Bobby Beansack is the number one Hate Street Dialogue fan.
Yeah, dude, he shows so much love, bro, since the Dagger Jones. Since well before we dropped that hate tape. Since Dagger Jones.
Bob's a huge
since
fan of.
Tampico.
Bob's a huge fan of underground hip hop
Since
in
Tampico.
general.
And I actually didn't talk about Tampico at all.
Fun ass video shoot.
How Tampico came along, we're in the Grindhouse. And shout out a boy named Evan G. He's a part of the crew. He's not like super directly involved at the time. He has a beautiful baby girl right now that he's raising. So shout out him.
Yeah, I was like, where's Evan? I didn't know he had a
Yeah, he's
a
on the Instagram page, man. We credit him a lot because he actually is an inspiration behind Dan Pico. Hold on, as I hit wood.
Yeah, no, dude, that's what this shit's about, baby.
He came through one day to the Grindhouse. We just chilling, you know what I mean? Tape making beats, just like a normal day. We over there chilling, smoking and shit, coming up with rhymes. He came through with a bottle of Tampico. Tate come up with a beat, come up with a hot ass beat, and it's just like, yo, whoever come up with a hook to this song is what we record. And this was the first time Tate has ever done this.
It's the first time he ever recording anyone?
No, this is the first time he kind of like presented it like this. He made a hot ass beat, and he's like, yo, whoever comes up with the most fire hook is what we doing.
Hey, Norman!
That's what he did.
I did not know that. Fuck yeah, bro. That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
So at least an hour goes by. He checks on it. And I think like I was the only one with like a full hook. I think there was other people still working on it. But But I was the only one with a full hook. And I came up with the hook, bitch, we got the juice, yeah, just like Tampico.
Hey.
We gonna twist your cap, yeah, just like Tampico.
Hey.
Da-da-da-da-da, yeah, just like Tampico.
Hey.
I don't remember the song, but it is Tampico.
Hey. You haven't done that in a minute, huh?
And I came up with Tampico because Evan G came through with like a half-liter bottle. Or like a liter bottle, whatever, just like a little bottle of like Tampico juice. And he was just sipping it. And when he finished it, he just like did a whole bunch of graffiti writing on it, da-da-da. And he had left it in the middle of the room. And that just like sparked my inspiration. And I just did a whole song about Tampico. And that's what I recorded. And then months later, and yeah, that's what I recorded. We recorded a whole song that day. And months later, that became the Tampico video, and that became pretty much our first release. We recorded
the first like official like
first official Hey Street
single.
release.
And that's on the Boom Boom Show Twitter.
We had released Hollow, which
Bang
was a single before, which was just a song, and then we released Tampico, which was a song and a video, and the video was absolutely insane. We threw a big ass party. It was fucking ridiculous. Everyone was turned up. And we recorded a big ass video behind that song.
And one note I did have written down is about your crowd surf fails. How many crowd surf fails do you have under your belt?
Fails? I mean, I've only attempted the crowd surf only like 4 times, and I've only had like about like 1.5 fails.
Then I guess I've seen both.
I had 2 successful ones. One of them was like half successful, like they caught me, and then they dropped me.
Bro.
And then I think I tried like 1 more, 2 more times after that. But I know I never try a crowd surf until I think it's gonna work.
Do you remember the one at the Tampico video shoot?
Yes, I do. I was turned up.
Turned up. Dude,
Turned
you
up.
were like on another level. And like I saw him do that. I was like, that was so hilarious. But
I knew that was gonna be a fail. I said, fuck it.
Bro, it was also like I was like, fucking respect, bro. Deadass. Like I'm not gonna lie, I will clown you a little bit for that. But
that's fine.
At the same time, I will respect you for that.
You should.
Because sometimes when your friend goofs, it's like, like you had the balls that it was just like, dude, it was just like fucking mosh pit. People were throwing fists, and then you dove in, and then they were like, yo, watch out for that flying dude.
Raid season, man. That's what we do, man. And that party was so lit. Yeah, man, I know what you're talking about, bro. I like crowd surfed off like a deck that we had, off like the DJ deck or something. And no one caught me, man. I straight like 5-star frog splash into the ground. But yeah, man, that was cool, man. I didn't even feel it, man. You know what is going on.
You were like adrenaline, dude. That was insane. That was so fun. If Hate Street Dialogue ever posts, we are shooting a video and come through, and you're ready to get rowdy, go.
They already know what it's about. That's the thing.
Like, go.
Whenever we ever post, like, yo, we have a video or we have an event that we need people to come through, they all come through. People already know whenever
I don't know how many times I'm going to have to support the Hate Street Dialogue fans, because another thing about Hate Street Dialogue fans, like some of them support me, and they're
Oh, yeah.
and they're the fucking shit. Dude.
Oh yeah, man, because you
You know what I'm
started with
saying?
us. You started with us, man. Whether you DJ'd or whether you were a performer on a show that we were on, they know what you're about.
And when you, dude, last year, almost a year ago, my headline show, when I was like, I want Hate Street Dialogue to start this shit off to let people know like
Oh yeah.
what like it's really about.
Oh
type
yeah.
shit.
And that's what I.
Oh no, it was Dre then you guys.
But that's what I credit to, sort of just like our sound and our attitude since we started, since the very first Hate Street show. I feel like, and I'm gonna speak very humbly, but I'm also gonna like pump our shit up. Also, I feel like we're the first sort of source in the city or sound in the city that's really like, okay, we're finna rage.
Yes.
We're finna go off. Because though there's so much talent in the city, there's so much hip-hop talent and musical talent and artistic talent in the city, we're the first ones that, okay, we pop out.
You guys broke through with that. You know,
we broke through and we popped out with a sound and an attitude and an energy that is like, we're gonna make everyone go
you know
crazy.
who's like similar but like still in the old lane?
Yes.
John.
Oh yes, but mind you,
John
I
does
met
this thing,
John
bro.
and I discovered John. Shout out Almighty Yami and shout out John. Shout out Ghost Gang. Shout out Pharaoh. Shout out Villains. I'm gonna shout out
At
Villains.
the,
And I'm gonna tell
at
a
the
funny
PVD
story about
Fest?
Villains. No.
Oh, word,
But
word.
I met him before that.
Because I remember like
There was a show I did at the Works, and this is where I met John.
yeah.
There's a show I did at the Works, and this was the second to last solo shit, the second to last solo show.
the
I've
the
done.
Paris Plus Friends show.
Yes, at the Works.
I DJ'd your set. Yeah.
I think you did. Yeah, you did.
bro.
You did.
That was fun, man.
And John performed at that show also, and he was super.
Yeah,
turned
I was like,
up.
this kid's fucking cool.
He was super turned up, and I dapped him up and I introduced myself, talked to him at the conclusion of his set, and I told him just how much I liked him, and then months later, a long time from that moment after, Hate Street Dialogue was doing a show, and I was like, yo, let's get this kid on. And at the time, he went by a different name, and we had him on, and he just turned up, man. John is just super turned. Go listen to Mop Stick right now. I fucked with his energy. I fucked with his attitude. He was humble as fuck. Super cool dude. And
Very entertaining kid.
Very entertaining. And then later down the road, I met the rest of his crew. I went to a party. Me, Cam, and Sir Sin went to a party, and him and the rest of his crew was performing solo individually.
Bro, dude, him and you guys is one of the reasons why PVD
That'd be
Fest was
crazy.
so skeptical,
So lit.
like about like
It's also
about this.
one of the reasons
this
that I was
past
so
show.
lit.
Dude, cause like, just my memory of him is cause I met him at that show, and then
Yep.
like me and Sparko was like, all right, we got an open mic, let's fill it, and I was like, yo, this kid's lit. I was like, let's come through. He came
Yeah.
through, and he
Bussin'.
dude, he was fucking
Bussin'.
going nuts.
Bussin'.
Everyone was wilding.
Bussin'.
And then the PVD Fest crew came through, and they were like, all right,
Going
guys,
crazy.
they were like, all right, we gotta shut it down. I was like, fuck.
Going
man.
crazy.
Shout out.
But John has come such a long way since then.
He's going to Miami soon.
He's going to
and
Miami.
shit.
He's already been to Miami. He already shut
Yeah,
Miami
this is probably
down.
like his 5th time or some shit.
This is
man.
the second
He's killing
time
it.
he's about to
Oh,
go to
word?
Miami in
Shit.
August. He's about to go Miami in August 2019. He already went early this year.
Well,
But
yeah, man.
later that year, earlier this year, but later from that moment, I had went to a party that him and his gang was throwing at his crib. And Almighty Amy was there, Miggy was there, Sir Seven,
Yammy's nice.
Sin 7, I think his name was there. Just his whole crew was there. But especially Almighty Yami, man, I fuck with him heavy. And I actually really want to do a song with him. And I'm actually going to definitely do
If
one
anyone's hearing
in the
this, or if
future.
Yammy's hearing this, let's make sure we get
Nah,
that.
that's definitely going to happen
Yammy
in the
Norman
future.
collab. You heard it here.
I talked to him. I definitely spoke with him. And we're definitely going to make that happen. But I feel like of anyone in the whole scene, he's the one that I really like. Outside of gang, outside of Hay Street, he's the one that I really like super connect with as far as like artistically and just like creatively, man. We could definitely make like a super ill collab tape or song or anything. And that's the first time I'm saying this, man. Shout out Almighty Yami, shout out 825 Ghost Gang, shout out John, man. You guys are finna be fucking famous.
Bro. Let's get back to this story.
Let's go.
About the hate tape.
Yeah, man. Let's move forward, bro. Let's move forward, man.
Tell me about the creation of that. You said you want to tell that story.
So
from the social norm perspective.
The hate tape was composed slowly. It was mind you, we have so much music. We have hundreds of songs, and that's no cap. Yeah, man, we just basically just made song after song after song, and we just decided what was going to be on the tape until we had those, I think it's like 7 songs on the whole project. And those were the best ones, and those were super fire.
You guys had over 300 songs?
We have currently over like 400 songs.
At the hate tape time, it was over like what, 200?
Yeah, just about like 300, dude.
So there was.
It's about.
Yeah, sorry
We're
guys.
Always working.
We're smoking blunts.
We're always working. We're always working. We had definitely well over hundreds of songs at the time of the hate tape release, but when we had put out the hate tape, those were definitely just the best songs that we had decided to go out. And shout out Larry O.
Oh, you get me.
The wizard.
You get me, fam.
He mastered the entire project, but he's not just a master. He always just, he makes his own music as well. Shout out Lopside. Shout out Peter Piffin. But Larry O is just super special because as talented and as special as Tate the Technician is, the project would not have sounded how it did without Larry O, the motherfucking wizard. So shout out him. He's
Agreed,
also,
as to all my shit too.
All of the Hay Street shit, all of the Hay Street member shit, and I feel like I shouldn't even be shouting him out because I don't want people that don't even know him to like go to him.
He has like 20K followers.
I know. He's so special, man, and he's gonna actually master my future solo project as well.
Why wouldn't he?
He's so special to us, man. I love him. We love him. Protect Larry O. I'm about to buy him just like a bulletproof vest because.
So pretty much what we were saying.
Yes.
As this drunken high ramble goes on.
We chilling, baby.
The Hay Street Dialogue made 200 plus songs, and they cut it down to 6 or 7.
7 for the hate tape.
7 songs
for the hate tape, yes.
For a project, and apparently people like it because also there's a dope ass festival coming up in September.
Yes,
I'm coming to.
656.
I'm gonna be vlogging it as well.
656.
It's gonna be here on the Boom Boom channel.
Yeah, baby.
That's gonna be good. I'll be there for at least 2 days. I don't know if I'm gonna be there for the full 3 days.
We were invited. See, the thing with us is
I'm in the shit. What's the festival called again?
656 Fest.
656 Fest.
And the thing with us is we don't do it on purpose, but we attract a lot of the ICP and Tech 9 and sort of like
you can't pick
fans.
you cannot pick your fans.
We
man.
can't pick our fans, but we love our fans. But we attract a lot of that fan base. And because of that, we have been invited to 656 Fest, which will include a lot of big names as far as ICP members, Twisted, and I can't remember the rest of the lineup right now, but a lot of
I know who's
NMG
the guy in
members.
Mobb Deep. That's
Havoc.
Okay,
Havoc is
and
gonna be
Havoc
there
from Mobb Deep.
chilling. Havoc is gonna be there chilling.
Do you know how many passes you guys have left to go?
We have 3 passes left.
As of this recording,
Soko's coming.
there's 3.
and we selling them for $100 each, mind you.
And it's about to be a lit ass time.
Soko's coming
I'm
with
gonna be gr-
his
I'm gonna be
lovely
grilling.
girlfriend.
Yeah,
Soko's
we about to
coming with
be
his lovely girlfriend.
camping.
We're gonna be chilling, having so much fun. And shout out Chuck Reeves because he's the fucking man. And so many people believe in us that I'm so grateful for them.
So man, at the end of the day,
Yes.
we know that you are a solo artist and you have a collective of solo songs that you've put together, and I would presume you have a solo project coming out in the near future.
At the end of the day, Hate Street Dialogue is a group. We are a collective, but we also make our own individual solo music.
Yeah, obviously Tate has a solo project.
Tate has a project out
Cam
called
has a solo
Nine.
project. I know Jay's gonna have a solo project. Slev's gonna have a solo. Dude, it's like Kiss, bro. You know what I'm saying? When the Kiss solo albums,
It's
bro?
magical. It's magical. Tate currently has a project out called The Nine. Go look that up. That's a 3-song EP. It's so good. I'm featured on it. Cam Brav is featured on it. Tate the Technician is obviously on it. So much beautiful music on there. Cam Brav has a project out right now called Swamp God.
That's
Oh,
Swamp God.
oh, the Swamp God.
Norman is featured on both projects.
The Swamp God. No, I'm not featured on Swamp God.
Oh, you're on. Oh,
There's
I thought you
one
were on Swamp
feature.
God.
There's one feature on
And it's
Swamp
Jay?
God. Yeah, Jay.
Okay.
Just search Sin.
Oops. But
Swamp
yo,
God, I
but-
think is like a 9
Yo,
song,
deadass.
8-song project.
I will tell you my favorite Hate
What's
Street
up?
song.
What's up? Oh, you gotta tell me this. You gotta tell me this.
Scope.
Scope? No, no way. Scope is your favorite song.
Scope is my favorite song.
Scope.
Scope.
Scope is off a 2-song. Scope is off a 2-song, just little bullshit EP that me and Tate put out. It's just 2 songs that me and Tate are on Scope.
Yeah,
and
Tate
Beam.
likes Beam a lot better. Chop it with
Yeah.
a beam
Oh,
and
the
arrow.
beats.
That Beam's
Oh
a banger.
wow, that's the
but,
first
like,
time I've ever heard that.
But like, you know, I like to vibe a lot better than I like to rage.
That's the first time I've ever heard that. So Scope is your favorite song. Yeah, everyone go check out the Payback EP. It's a 2-song project with me and just featured me and Tate with Beam and Scope. And apparently that's Soko's favorite song, Scope.
Yeah, Scope.
That's the first time I've ever heard that. So everyone go listen to that, man. I love that
Has
song.
anybody ever give you recognition for Scope?
Some people, yeah, but like that's one of those low key kind
That's
of
my
drops that
vibe.
we've
That's
had.
my shit.
I love that project though. I love the
You
Payback
look like you
EP.
got some answers. I'm trying to see what's
Son,
good.
oh man, yeah, go look, yo man, yeah, dude, that's actually some of my like
Run,
real
Ricky,
rap
run.
shit. That's actually
Yeah,
the EP
bro.
with like some of my real rap shit
That's
on
just, and especially like the cover art, because Platoon is one of my
yes,
favorite
Platoon,
movies.
Platoon, we got
me,
that from
me and
Platoon.
Piff watched that a few weeks ago.
Yeah, we got that from Platoon.
And I
it was
watched
so
the
appropriate.
Ken. I just recently watched the Ken Burns Vietnam docu, and that I was like, dude, Vietnam was terrible. I was like, we're just in a
Yeah.
and we're
Tate
in a
is someone-
desert Vietnam
me and
right
Tate,
now.
me and Tate are a couple of dudes that fascinate ourselves in sort of war, especially him. And even so, that's kind of fucked up. But like, we really just like go back to those times and just, even though we weren't involved, but we talk about certain points of history and certain points of film and stuff. And we talked about the movie Platoon at the time of the making of that record, and we just decided to go with Charlie Sheen in Platoon for the cover
Of
art
course.
of that EP. So everyone go listen to that. That's some of the, actually personally, the most lyricist Norman that you will hear on the Hay Street side. I love those tapes because I just super barred out on both those songs. Just barred the fuck out. But yeah, man, moving on from there, yeah, man, everyone in Hay Street is their own individual artist also at the end of the day. Tate has a project out, a solo EP out right now currently called 9. Go check that out. 9 by Tate the Technician. Cam Brav dropped a project a couple of months ago called The Swamp God.
Yeah, you said that.
Man, I gotta let him know.
Yo,
I gotta
yo.
let him know.
I want to know.
Go get that.
Yo,
Go get that.
You
And the
already
hate tape
know.
by the Hay Street Dialogue. Go get that.
you already know That's gonna be in the description. We've been on here for over an hour.
I
bro.
know.
You know
I
that?
know. And we still haven't talked
and bro,
about social norm
and we
fully.
have not talked shit about you, bro.
I know, man.
I feel like the world already.
I hope you edit
they
this in
know-
a way where
They
I'm
know,
like,
no, bro. It's gonna be the whole shit.
let's go.
So, I gotta ask you, man.
Let's get it, man.
What is going to be the name of this social norm project?
Okay. So the name of my very first official project, I'm gonna announce it, and you're gonna be the first person that I ever tell this.
I'm ready.
You ready? It's gonna be the first person I ever tell this, but the name of the very first debut social norm project is going to be called
Boom, 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 boom.
TMTM, stands for
TMTM.
Touch Me, Tease Me.
Kiss me, please me. I'll give it to you just how you like it, girl.
Touch Me, Tease Me. Touch Me, Tease Me. Touch Me, Tease
Whoa.
Me. Touch Me, Tease Me is
That's
the name.
intense.
That's the name of the first debut official social norm
You
project.
heard it here, and I feel like this is the first. This is the first big boom boom show announcement. You heard me.
I had to announce it.
Biggity
yeah.
biggity 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 bang bong.
You're gonna ask me why I called it that.
Okay. Why'd you call
Are
it
you gonna
that?
ask me?
I'm asking you. Just remember, I'm not an interviewer, man.
Nah, but it's definitely a bizarre name. I'm not gonna doubt that, and I know a lot of people that when I like really officially announce it on social media platforms and all that, are gonna be kind of thrown off by the name Touch Me, Tease Me, and I've even had because like obviously Crew knows the name because Crew has been there throughout the making of the whole thing.
Of course.
And one of the members thought that it was like on some gay shit. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna tell the story.
I think I know who it is.
One of the members thought it was some gay shit, but it's not. And I explained to them why it's not. Touch Me, Tease Me. It's not just in sort of just like a sexual sort of saying. I've been through a lot with women. I've been through a lot with just people, and I've been through a lot with just sort of discovering me on the inside as well, just like emotionally, just like my attitude and just like discovering myself also. And I feel like a lot of the people that have tried or really, really tried to get to know me have failed. And I feel like a lot of the women that have came into my life have like kind of forced themselves to like get to know me, and I feel like I almost wouldn't let them. So I decided on the title Touch Me, Tease Me, because it's definitely the entire project is inspired by women.
Aren't they all?
Oh, dude, definitely. I feel like the majority of women that I've been involved with have not gotten sort of the full play of what I'm about and what I want to be and what I want to be to them and just like the best person that I want to be. And I feel like a lot of the women that I've been involved with have not had the patience to sort of just like be with me as I grow into this better person. You know what I'm saying?
Amen, brother.
Which is okay, you know what I'm saying? I don't blame them and I don't expect them to. But this project, once again, is definitely inspired by women. I love women so much.
Oh.
And the title Touch Me, Tease Me comes from me expressing to women like, yo, there's flaws there. I think you need to have more patience with me, and I think I need to have more patience with you as well in the future. And I think whoever, and it could be one or two, but whoever I come to know in those positions that I really hold near and dear to me, that I decide to have a future with, will really understand at that point. So I'm hoping that project can be that. So Touch Me, Tease Me is almost done currently. hopefully it'll come out in 2019.
Social norm. So it's social norm being
You
like,
already know.
it's social norm hitting the dating scene, being like, hey, maybe I'm trying to find a little
it's
gangsta boo
inspired
around
dude.
here.
It's inspired by women because women are so special nowadays, and women are
essential.
Women,
in
oh
life.
my God, women need to be treated better, dude. And
Thank
that's
you.
why I'm making.
Thank you.
And that's
all the
why
women.
I'm making this entire project is inspired by women. This entire project, I'm holding myself extremely vulnerable. I'm holding my life vulnerable in the expense of I'm not gonna say in the expense, but because of women, because I know where this day and age is kind of like heading to with women such as Meg Thee Stallion, Rico Nasty. This day and age is just being run by women.
It's being forward and
So
backward.
this is my old. This
At the
is
same
kind
time,
of
man.
me telling my story.
Constant battle, G.
This is kind of me telling my very vague story, but in dedication to women, because so many women have. It's inspired by the women that have let me down. It's inspired by the women that every name that I mention in that project, are the names of them are the women that I feel like have let me down, but are the women that I feel like have inspired me to become a better person. I know that sounds extremely corny and cliche as fuck, but like the people that have let me down have really driven me to become like the illest
you already know you're
motherfucker.
preaching to the choir, brother.
You know what I'm saying? The women that have let me down the women and the people that have let me down have really driven me to become the best person that I can be. And
Of course, fam.
with a motherfucker like Social Norm, with a name like Social Norm, with anyone that has seen what I can do, and then anyone that has seen how I perform, and the motherfuckers that have heard how I could rap, and the motherfuckers that have just seen anything that I could do, they know that this project is finna be something. And that's why I have so much confidence. I'm not even stressing to when it drops, because I know whenever that I put it out, it's gonna go crazy, because so many people are interested in my story, in my history, in what I have to say, and even my voice. And even though they've heard me on the Hate Tape and on Hate Street Music, I feel like they still don't know my voice. I feel like they still don't know what I'm about. I feel like they still don't know what I have to say, and I feel like they still don't know me. So I feel like I'm gonna the way I'm coming on Touch Me Tease Me EP by Social Norm, that's coming soon. I feel like they're gonna get a little dose of that. I feel like they're gonna get at least the beginning dose of that.
Well, at least we all know what those letters mean in your Instagram stories
baby.
now.
TM. They're gonna have to watch this to know what that means, though. I'm not giving it up.
Yeah, and it's deep in the cast too, bro.
Yeah, it's deep in the cast, man. It's deep in the cast. How long we at? It doesn't say on
Bro,
here.
we're probably at like fucking
I think we did like at least 2.5
2 hours or some shit.
Def.
But
Yeah,
I will
this
tell
is so
you.
fun.
Let me tell you one thing that I think
I'm glad
is
that
fun.
that's at least one part that I wanted to get across, was at least the name of the project in my solo music at least.
Duh.
It's
That's
a big
gonna be
deal.
the
It's a
IG
big deal.
snippet.
Definitely, man. Shout out. What's up?
So one more throwback Church 808 memory. And I will say, I'm actually surprisingly a lot more drunk than I was expecting to be.
Beautiful.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, this is how you wanted it to be, my friend.
I did want it to be like, I want it to be so
And you-
natural.
You got what you want.
I wanted it to be so natural, bro.
Natural, very natural.
You my man, bro. You my man. I love this. I'm having so much fun. I can't wait till the next time I come on.
I'm gonna tell this one last story, and then we're gonna close this shit out.
What's up?
So, when I was creating the first ever Church 808 playlist,
Yes.
one of the first, because as you know, I was rapping before I was DJing.
Tell me about it.
We was putting together. I was putting together the playlist, and the first ever beat I ever wrote to was "Like a G6" by the Far East.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
You wrote
Dude,
to like a. Okay, now we
will
gotta laugh
spit-
at that.
You want me to hear those
No, I
rhymes?
don't. I
I
don't.
won't tell you that.
I don't want to hear that.
It's so bad.
To like a G6, that's like one of the worst songs ever.
Bro, I thought it was so fire.
All right, you gotta continue the story.
And I was like,
I love you, man. For sharing.
because
for that.
like
for you for sharing that.
how I figured out about what an 808 was from that song. Hell yeah, drink it up, drink it up.
That's why I love
808
this,
bump,
man.
Make you put your hands up, make you put your hands up. Make you put your hands up. Popping bottles.
Bro,
in your
that's why I
eyes.
love this man, bro. This man is
Like a
ridiculous. Yo, this man crazy, bro. The first 5 he rose to G6.
Bro, so I was like, yo, can we put that song? Because they say like 808 stuff. And it's
I'm
like
pretty
808.
sure I said absolutely not.
Yes.
I said no, right?
You
That was
said
on Church at Away, right?
Yes.
I said no, right?
You said no.
I said no. I know I said no.
You said.
I know for a fact I said no.
You said absolutely.
I said absolutely not.
And that really helped me a lot in life.
I
bro.
love you, bro.
I love you too, man.
I love you, bro.
Social Norm Boom Boom Show episode 1 in the fucking books. There's an ant crawling on my laptop.
Hold on, bro. Hold on before we go. Oh, there's an ant. There's an
Get the
ugly
fuck
ass
out. Oh
ant.
shit!
Nah, don't flick him towards my.
You got stuck.
Don't get in my beer, motherfucker.
No, get the fuck out.
Oh!
Oh, he's on your leg.
He's out of here. Oh, he's right there. No, I'm gonna let him live. But yo, man, thank you. Oh shit, it's good.
So I'll see you in like.
Thank you so much.
I obviously I'm gonna see you around, but we're gonna get you back on the show in like
Please,
a year from
after
now.
my project drop,
Way after your project comes out.
At least after my project
Like,
drop.
At least 4 or 6 months after.
Man, make it a month after. I want to get back in there as soon as possible. Fuck that. At least after my fucking
Who
project
knows?
drop.
It's a boom show. Do
But
whatever you want.
I want to say, man, shout out to you. And this is the beginning. And I know I'm going off again from like the beginning of the show.
Bro, and you see this shit's recorded?
I know it's recorded,
Yo,
man.
you was like-
we did it.
Yeah.
We did it, man.
And
man,
yo, and there's good. I'm gonna try and lower like the sound errors from the feedback.
I'm gonna give all my shout
what I'm
outs.
saying?
Yeah, we gonna
Yeah,
fix
shout
this.
out time.
Let me know how the edit come out and all that. Hit me
Yeah.
up. But shout out to you. This is a beginning. Of
Yo,
a-
let's raise. Let's raise the bar. Yo, your shit's almost done. Shit,
Oh man, I've been going crazy.
dude, I drink so slow that
I went nuts. I don't
this
give a
little
fuck.
thing at Henny's probably gonna last me another week or something.
I went nuts. I had to. I thought I was gonna get deeper in this interview, but it's
Hey,
alright. I'll save it for the next one.
Hate Street Dialogue, All Time Entertainment, Sam Comfort,
Hey
and
Street
the Boom Boom
Dialogue,
Show,
All
and
Time
Social
Entertainment.
Norm.
Shout out Dana. Shout out Tate the Technician.
Yeah.
Shout out Cam Rob. Shout out Sled the Deaf One. Shout out Sir Sin. Shout out me, Social Norm. And shout out you,
Hey,
Sam Comfort Soko, for starting the Boom Boom Show like you said you would like a fucking year ago. You know what I mean? This is a
Hey,
huge deal. And I
and-
know this is going to be something huge. And I hope that this interview gets a lot of views.
and also nudity coming on the Patreon
Are you serious?
channel. Yes.
No, nudity coming on this show?
Nudity. I'll show my
By who?
fucking dick and ass.
No, I don't want to see that. I want to see.
It's for paid subscribers.
But I want to see breasts.
Oh yeah, I'll get some breasts.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
I'll get some
That's
breasts.
the nudity that we don't. That we
consensual breasts.
want. Okay. All right. Shout out Hey Street Dialogue. Shout out. I'm shouting out everyone that I feel like at least has had a part in me.
Talk your shit, Norman. I'm gonna
And-
put my mic down. Talk your shit.
I'm gonna shout out everyone, good or bad, that I feel like has had a part in me being me
I love that.
and me performing and just my attitude. So it might be a few names. I love you so much, Soko, by the way. Shout out Hey Street Dialogue. That's my crew. Without them, I would not be doing this. Without them, there's a chance I wouldn't be alive. They're my savior and they're my crew. I love them so much. We make the best music in the world. Shout out Tate the Technician, Cam Brub, Sleb the Deaf One, Sir Sin, Dana the Great, the manager, and shout out me, Social Norm. Shout out Chris Andromeda, he's on my tape. Shout out a female, I can't say her name, but she's on my tape. A shout out Negro Suave Desmond. That's like my little brother. I haven't seen him in a while, but that's my little brother. I love him. Shout out Natiana. Shout out, man. And this is a hard shout out. This is a really hard shout out. Shout out my mother. You know what I mean? I don't have the best relationship
She deserves
with her.
it, man. You wouldn't be here without
I
her,
wouldn't
bro.
be here without her.
Regardless of the relationship, man. Remember, just remember, no matter what, and to anyone that has any sort of like issue with their mom,
Let me
just
say
don't
something,
forget.
and this could be like, and I hope, like, I know you're gonna probably splice this interview up, but you could put this at the end.
Nah, dude, I don't want to splice shit up. I want to keep it all,
man.
dude.
Not everyone has the best relationship with their relatives and their family. You know what I mean? Not everyone has the best relationship with their mother and father. You know what I mean? I'm someone, I never got the opportunity to meet my father, which is perfectly okay with me because I'm perfectly content with the person that I am. I'm someone that I don't have the fortune to have the best relationship with my mother, but I know she tried her best, and I know she lives with a lot of pain, just like I do, and I know my pain drives me. You know what I mean? My pain drives me to do everything that I do. My solo tape, my hate street shit, just like living. You know what I mean? In general. If I feel like my pain couldn't tell a great story like it does, I would not be here for a second longer.
Roger that, brother.
So shout out my mother for creating my story. You know what I mean? And shout out my father for leaving and being a weird ass nigga. For helping create my story, because my raps wouldn't be as ill without y'all dropping the motherfucking ball. So shout out all my relatives for leaving me behind.
Yeah.
I love y'all no matter what. I'm the illest motherfucking rapper in Rhode Island. Hate Street Dialogue is the
Heard
illest
you.
group
Heard you.
to ever fucking live in the whole
Heard you.
motherfucking scene.
What up, Migos? Step up.
We have the fucking illest project in the whole motherfucking state, and it's gonna stay like that. We're gonna drop the motherfucking best fucking project in the whole motherfucking state, and it's gonna be like that. Social Norm and Hate Street Dialogue are the best motherfucking artists in the whole Rhode Island scene, and it's gonna stay like that. Shout out Mama for creating the best motherfucking rapper.
Yeah, you heard it here.
You already know, baby.
And that'll be it. The Boom Boom Show with Sam Comfort, episode 1, featuring Social Norm, is in the books. Thank you so much, bro. I love you.
Thank you for having me. Soko, Sam Comfort, Hate Street Dialogue, Social Norm, Touch Me, Tease Me, coming soon, baby. Hate Street Dialogue, the best group ever in the whole entire scene. Social Norm's the whole best rapper in the whole entire scene, and it's gonna stay like that. This is the end of this podcast. Bye.